That is Gigi Hadid starring in the video for the 2015 Calvin Harris hit, How Deep Is Your Love? In the decades since signing with a modeling agency at 17 years old, Hadid has become one of the most famous faces on the planet. Memorable ad campaigns, countless magazine covers, and runways around the world have made Gigi a global icon with 75 million followers on Instagram, earning her the opportunity now to realize a dream of being a designer herself. On the eve of New York Fashion Week and the launch of her new clothing line, Guest in Residence, Gigi invited us to her studio this week for a Sunday sit-down.
At 27, Gigi Hadid has spent nearly a decade walking in other people's shoes.
You're officially in the category of supermodel.
Oh my goodness. For me, the supermodels will always be, you know, who I grew up with as my supermodels. But I do think that, you know, I have put in the work and the years to understand how to take on creative direction and be nice and work hard. That's the part that's kept me around more than being the prettiest person in the room. Welcome to the Guest in Residence office.
This is HQ, huh?
So when the time came to launch her own fashion line,
This is like a blanket you can sleep in pretty much.
Hadid chose to step into something a little more comfortable.
Now, is that unisex too? I don't know if I can pull
Yeah,
that
that's
off. Really?
I think so.
All right.
Let's get Willie a jumpsuit.
I trust you. I trust you.
I try to be chic and fashion forward because of my job, but I'm really always comfortable, and I think you don't have to be uncomfortable to look put together, and we just want to make people cozy.
Cozy in cashmere. Hadid's new Guest in Residence line taking the famously luxurious material to new places.
Boxers.
Oh, come on. Cashmere boxers?
You didn't know you needed it until you put it on. That's all I'm saying. People have such an easy access to fast fashion and these pieces that, yeah, maybe are a very cheap price, but the only way that I felt good about putting out a product and starting a brand was if I am actually telling people, you know what, buy less from me. I would rather you save up for a sweater and you have this beautiful piece that you can keep for a long time.
I'm sure over the years, people have come to you, we'd love for you to start this brand or do this or that.
I just felt a little bit like suffocated by it at one point, and I was like, look, let me think on it. Cashmere just kind of came to me. Each of my parents gave me a sweater when I moved to New York. That to me was like such a heirloom and something that I took care of and meant a lot to me.
Well, you do learn so much, don't you, about style and pick up inspiration just walking around New York or riding the subway?
Yeah, and that doesn't always have to mean like you're copying a specific piece of clothing, but like you can just see someone that has an essence and an energy. Like everything really can be inspiration.
Now a New Yorker, Gigi grew up in Southern California, the daughter of real estate tycoon Mohammed Hadid and model turned reality star Yolanda Hadid. Her younger siblings, sister Bella and brother Anwar, are models too. Gigi booked her first gig at just 2 years old for baby guests. By 18, the captain of her high school volleyball team was walking her first New York Fashion Week, but with dreams of studying criminal psychology.
I went to the new school I never finished, but for a while there I was like flying back from Europe from jobs, writing an essay, landing, printing, going to school, turning it in. But yeah, that just wasn't realistic after a while.
In the near decade since, Hadid has appeared on 35 covers of Vogue magazine, become the face of Maybelline Cosmetics, and the muse of iconic brands like Versace, Michael Kors, and Tommy Hilfiger. Hadid fell in with a group of famous friends and boyfriends.
I love to wake up next to you.
She shares 2-year-old daughter Kai with former partner and One Direction band member Zayn Malik.
I think she's a genius, but I think that's what everyone says about their kid.
She's mobile right now, too.
Oh,
she's moving around.
So mobile, from so early in the morning.
That's
so mobile.
That's when it gets exciting.
Jumping
right?
off thing. Very brave. which is great, but you know.
You look down for a second, you go, where'd she go?
We're practice doing dangerous things carefully.
It is something Hadid practices in her own life, too.
How do you deal, Gigi, with the celebrity side of your job?
I think that, you know, for everyone, there's a time where it can be overwhelming and all you are is human. I mean, I've learned the hard way, and that just means that I wasn't always perfect and I made mistakes. One time Serena Williams told me, nothing's in the press more than 3 weeks. Breathe, learn from it, get through it. You learn from things like that. So this is Core. That's what we launched with, and that's our signature shapes that will live year-round.
With the launch of Guest in Residence, Hadid hopes to harness her years in front of the camera to create a model for the future.
There's nostalgia in here.
I think that's super important to our brand, is this feeling of memories and the memories that you make and the people that you're with. I built this team off of friends of mine in the industry that I've worked with for years. And it's so nice to look back on the 10 years since I officially started modeling and realized that in between all the photos, there's real experience and life and memories with people that are never seen in the photos.